what you want right now.
The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wildcard Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Chargers on Sunday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up tonight, as we close another Sunday of football, we have a fantastic matchup for you between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Welcome, everyone, to the start of the NFL postseason. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here as these teams begin the journey toward the Super Bowl. And at this stage, Brock, it's a daunting task ahead to make it all the way. They need 3 straight wins against the best teams in the NFL, beginning with this one right here, right now.
Yeah, Kate, and I love the way you say that right there. You just lay out the journey. And I'll tell you, in this journey right now, you're not going to find a team anywhere in this bracket who isn't 100% convinced they're going to be the ones standing in the end. But the time for words is over. Now, your season's on the line. Every time you take the field, it is win or go home.
And we are underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play fake. It's Rodgers. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
3rd and 1. Now Rodgers. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. From the gun, they go with Harris. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins. Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Darius Davis to return it. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 media days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically, kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Herbert from the gun. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Got his target, it's Tony. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Running behind center with Kamara. And he pushed deep in enemy territory with that. Down inside the 25. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. He's got it near the 8. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers finish up their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off play action, Rodgers got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And they scoop it up, time to push for the line. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Trying again, following the sack. Wilson's got it. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Chargers take possession. The Chargers getting their offense set for their second drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And a man is there to knock that away. Couldn't make the connection, was looking for Ladd McConkey. So that brings up 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers gets himself free. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And we all saw it, flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one.
Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. 1st down, Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Washington. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now an inside handoff to Harris. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. A low hit Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or 2 and 3rd down. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Dicker connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They run the counter with Dobbins. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. No gain on that play, and this is how we'll end the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Just a field goal separates these two. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And the Steelers get home, they drop him. And the defense comes through, that's gonna back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had, no escape route available this time.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. So no return on that punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. He's got a gain of 6 there. Junior Coulson bringing an end to that play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Rodgers here off the play action. On him quick, and they bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep the quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Chase down to... Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again! And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Here's Cameron Johnston to punt it away once more. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. He's got it at the 24. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Herbert. Fits it through the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Chargers will have a 1st. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And they had that one contained right at the line. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Herbert throwing again. Hauled in by Gray. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
You get to that money down, that third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Throwing on first down, Rodgers. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brian, whatever you do, just find a quick...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Running behind center with Harris. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Harris gets it on the draw. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Gets this one to Shaheed. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackle made by Jeff Okudah. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give now to Najee. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. The Chargers into a nickel set. 3rd down. Rodgers here from the gun. Stays in the pocket. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. You better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Brought in right side. Juked it by a man, and now he's in the clear. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He takes off left on this 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throwing now, Herbert. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Ryan Wright on to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. The Steelers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And this close to their end zone, they have got to be careful, but still enough time that they could mount something of a drive here before the half. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Rodgers set to pass. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Cameron Johnston on the punt. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. Another try following the sack. Finds a seam down the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He brings it in. Touchdown, LA! So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we started to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers getting to take the field one more time here in the half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Rodgers to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. The Steelers set to punt it. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Collects this at the 32. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. He'll throw it. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. One last play before the break.
And 10 yards to go.
He's back to throw. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That's the half in this opening round AFC postseason matchup. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
We'll get started
Take it away,
up at
Coach.
Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where you see the final score there. Okay, Kate, thanks very much. This, the last of our 3 games on this Wild Card Sunday. Again, one more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up an exhilarating 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend. The Chargers were led in the first half by their star quarterback, Justin Herbert. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half play.
On the return, here comes Davis. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Herbert here, 3rd and long. He finds McConkey. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Steelers will take over deep on their own side. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Play fake, it's Rodgers. He's got time here. Caught by Burton. And he'll get it off.